Folks, it's so difficult not only to get bare essentials during this time, get on with life. It's a new lifestyle that we have to adapt to. What about staying fit during the lockdown? One of the questions that keeps coming up is, how do you stay fit during a lockdown? I want to bring in now a fitness fanatic, we're told. His name is Serake Moduka, a fitness fanatic as well as a sales manager at the leading insurance company. Serake, thank you very much indeed for coming through.
Hello.
Listen, it's tough times out there. You can't walk your dog, you can't jog, gyms are closed. What on earth do we do?
It is quite true that it is a very difficult time right now. But the nice thing about fitness, it's that you do not need to be outdoors or in a state-of-the-art gym to actually keep fit. There's things that you can do in your bedroom or in your lounge that basically just maintains the concept of fitness and a healthy lifestyle.
Like what? Give us some examples. Give us some practical exercises that one can do using the things that are normally in one's house.
So basically, the most important thing when you look at fitness as well, and I think, is that you need to look at the fundamentals. So when working out, you need to first set goals. You need to understand what you want to achieve. Is it that you just want to breathe better, you want to walk better, you want to gain weight, lose weight? And then once that's established, you start knowing that what you need to work out on. So for example, now during this lockdown period, I'm really struggling with my gut, my midsection.
Yep, like all of us.
When you're working out, and when you're working out, when you're doing an exercise and you're working out your stomach, but you're feeling it in your neck, then you know you're doing something kind of wrong. So you need to reassess and really look at, how am I really doing it? So for example, in regards to, so now the angle is a bit awkward, but in regards to stomach exercises, where I am right now is you'd be standing and literally just lifting your right leg up and then your left leg up. Lifting your right leg up and your left leg up. So basically what that does is it contracts your midsection, number one, and again, it's you mimicking a running exercise.
Right.
So that is one of the tips that you could do. Example for if you're in a situation where you're now, again, limited for space, you want to work on your midsection. But again, the basics is when you're working out, look at you break your body down into 3 different parts.
Right.
So you'll get your upper torso, you get your midsection, you get your legs. For your upper torso, you would basically be now working, you do your push-ups, and that's the basics again. And for those that are going to start working out, even if it's just those 3 exercises, you keep it at a count of 30 reps. So in reps, we talk about the times that you do an exercise. And then, that's the count of how many times you do the exercise, and the sets are the count of exercise count. So basically, I would then do 3 sets of 30 when I'm doing my push-ups. And then when I come to my midsection, that leg exercise I just showed you, lifting my legs, 1 left, 1 right, I would do another count of 30 per leg and then do 3 sets. And then when it comes now to my legs again, then I'd basically then do a squats of a count of 30 reps with 30 sets. And that is, again, just the basics in regards to how to maintain that, in regards to working out. But, and then in regards to, I think the most important thing, though, it's also your diet.
That's a big thing.
I think the diet is one of the most important concepts of this whole lockdown period. And as you can see there, so for the last few months, I've dedicated myself to being, I wouldn't say vegan, so my diet is plant-based. And it's not based out of budget, but it's purely based on health reasons that I decided not to move myself over to a plant-based diet. But currently what we can do is, number one is we're already on the right platform as Africans. We call it 14 colors. We call it Sunday Kos. But as long as you make sure that your plate consists of different colors, that is your red, which will be your beetroot, your orange will be your carrots, your pumpkins, your spinach. So if your plate can consist of those colors, you've already got the foundation right in regards to your dietary intake, in regards to what your vitamins, etc. And then again, if you also look at the fruits wise, So again, getting access to fruits right now is very difficult. So what I did for myself is I stocked up on canned fruits. So basically, your canned fruits, that what you would eat on a Sunday, again, you bring it out through the week. You eat your canned fruits in different portions. You get your peaches. You get everything that is there.
Yeah.
And then also, I would like to speak to Malume Thabo. Normally, as a gentleman, they tell you do not touch the yogurts. The yogurts are for the kids.
Right.
But I'm giving Malume Thabo consent that you're allowed to touch those yogurts right now, because again, it's going to help you with your dairy intake and basically what you need in regards to a dietary concept again. So it's your 14 colors, canned fruits, and touch those yogurts, Malume Thabo.
Forget about 7 colors. There's 14 colors, isn't it?
Now we need to bring in the 14.
I saw a meme the other day who had the president there saying that this is not part of the lockdown regulations whereby every time you go to the kitchen, you need to eat. You know, I guess it's a mental game as well. You have to talk to yourself in order to stop yourself from opening that fridge all the time, because some of us have this limited space from the lounge to the kitchen to the lounge, and you want to keep on eating, you know, keeping your mouth busy. How do you get over that?
So the nice thing about that is actually, and we always get told that in regards to fitness that you need to sacrifice.
Yeah.
It's a lifestyle change. But that process that you just spoke about, that going to the kitchen, that you can still have your comfort food. For example, I enjoy my magwinya and snookfish and acha. But now, in regards to having that now what I've realized is that you have to eat it less often. So instead of having it every day, if you want to be healthy and fit, I would now break it down into twice a week. I would know that I'll have my magwinya and fit cooks and everything. Yeah. And within those portions as well, you need to just decrease it. So even though you're doing your normal up and down to the kitchen, instead of having a full packet of chips, you can break your packet of chips into 2 days. And that's when that's now where we need to also start looking at rationing. Because best believe, the first 3 days of lockdown, I thought I was Superman. I was the best guy. And I almost ate all my food stock. So I had to also start thinking that, how I also interact with my food is very important. So also rationing out your food, especially over this time frame, on a financial capacity is to your benefit, and also on a health concept. You will be able to enjoy those foods that you enjoy so much.
Serake, I ran through, it's me, myself, myself, my wife, as well as my kids. So 3 at home. We ran through about 48 Easter eggs in about a week. My man, I tell you, the struggle is real to keep those Easter eggs away from your mouth during this time. But I get you, I hear you. And you need to make a conscious effort in order to say, no, hang on, we're not going to let this lockdown get to us in terms of health-wise. What about, taking in as much fresh air as possible? Sometimes it's difficult, depends where you live. But how important is that to do your breathing exercises as well?
So again, the nice thing about this lockdown, it's forced me to start looking at different elements of health. And previously, I was very concentrated on the aesthetic part of it. So how do I look on the outside? But now that you also mentioned the breathing part, is one thing that I've started taking up is it's stretching. First of all, the yoga concept of stretching, how to move my body around, and then also breathing. And I'm very fortunate that right now my lockdown is at my grandfather's house. So there's a lot of nature around, and me and him, and I can walk around the yard, but also using the internet to your benefit. It's a time that we also need to do that research breathing exercises, how to breathe. And that also assists you, especially if you're in an environment that pollution is quite high. You still have to have a good lung capacity, because it also helps with thinking. The more blood that rushes through your body, the more better you think, and the better your body will perform in that capacity. So again, take some time, research a little bit about breathing exercises. My favorite one currently, I just call it the pregnant lady, but is that, and it's simple things like that just helps you with your lung capacity and just being healthy, not only on the outside, but again in the inside as well. What
about, look, if we can, Eugene, let's put up that picture of Serake there doing a bit of a workout. I want to get a sense of how we can get to that definition in terms of muscle tone. What about using certain things like chairs or tabletop counters? Using those kind of things in order to do some of these these workouts that we're seeing here.
So, like I said, that I'm at my granddad's house right now. So something that I did the first thing that I got here, that he's got a lot of, I wouldn't say call it junk, but a few items that he has lying around in the yard. So what I've started to do is currently, I'm using dumbbells. This is what you can use now, basically. The same exercise you're doing where I'm moving down and then picking myself up. Basically, that's the action. So the bricks are in my hands and I'm just pulling myself back. If I want to work out my forearm, which would be now my bicep, basically you lift the brick up and you shift it down. You lift the brick up and you shift it down. And my favorite one now is because my grandfather also stockpiled in regards to water. I've got this, I think it's a 5 liter. 20 liter, not sure. It's a 20 liter. She's become my favorite friend again. And it's just lifting it up and putting it down again.
Right.
Lifting it up and putting it down again. And the nice thing again is that's something that's within your house, and that's something that you can use on a daily to maintain that fitness concept. So, and like I said again, so the project that I'm starting now is on my fitness page. I'll be starting to post. The page is called Serake Fitness, where I'll be starting to post normal home exercises, what you can do with a water bottle, from using your daughter to actually lifting the couch need be. And the video that you can see there, that's me and my nephew just doing an exercise called burpees.
Right.
So again, there's a lot you can do, and it just needs you to be a little bit more creative. But we could become one of the fittest nations after this lockdown, if we did it the right way.
There's always a silver lining, isn't there? So thank you very much indeed for coming through. Practical steps, practical guide in order to stay fit during this lockdown period. Thank you very much indeed. We'll no doubt touch base with you again to get more tips on how to stay fit during this lockdown. That was Serake Moduka, a fitness fanatic, giving us some tips in terms of maintaining good health during a lockdown. Thank you very much indeed.